Continues to be a lovely warm day, best day of the week here at the Caja Mágica in terms of the weather. And quite a match here, Joe, to build up to. A lot of anticipation about this one. Sharapova and Ivanovic, not least because of that match in Stuttgart where Ivanovic played the Russian extremely tough and only just came out on the losing side in the end.
It was a very interesting match because, of course, Ivanovic came back at Sharapova, and then Sharapova went off at the end of the second set and took an awfully long time. Ivanovic sort of complained, didn't deal with it well, went 3-love down in the third. Then she marched off the court, said, "Oh, I'm going off now." And then she was sort of escorted back on. And then she played really well after that. She really took on the second serve of Sharapova, absolutely munched it at times. So I guess she'll be trying to do the same today.
Yeah, it's was the case there. Looking at her results this year, really, this clay swing so far for her has been extremely promising. Quarterfinals in Stuttgart, winning both her singles rubbers in Fed Cup play. Yes, Serbia lost to Germany in that playoff, but Ivanovic with good wins over Mona Bartel and Angelique Kerber to get her clay bid underway in the quarters in Stuttgart and then through to the semi-finals here. Third round last time around here at the WTA Madrid Open. But she's teased so many times, Ivanovic, as we look through her run this week. But maybe this is where she gets it together. Has a lot of good memories on this surface, of course, as well. Very tough opening round against the qualifier Bethany Mattek-Sands that she pulled through in 2.5 hours. Much more straightforward, under an hour to get past the South African qualifier, Chanel Schiepers. Then Laura Robson. That was easily Ivanovic's worst match of the week. Really, arguably shouldn't have won that match. Robson 5-2 up deciding set. Ivanovic pulling through somehow, and then arguably her best performance of the week to beat the 6th seed Angelique Kerber in the quarterfinals in just 57 minutes. Sharapova, she's up against here. We looked at the head-to-head and the fact that Sharapova really enjoys it in that regard. I'm sure that meeting in Stuttgart will be fresh in her mind. She'll be mindful of the sort of tennis that Ivanovic is bringing to the red clay now. But it's amazing, really, with Sharapova. We look back on the results this year, Joe, the fact as well, in terms of the clay, 20 matches undefeated.
Yes, I know. She's having a great time on the clay. She said it's taken many years to get to this standard on a clay court with the movement and everything. She's worked so hard to get to this and thoroughly deserves all the success.
I'm sure she's not looking past this match, but the fact that you've got Serena there waiting in the final, the shot to possibly take the #1 ranking, score a victory over Serena, that will be in the back of her mind. It'll give her if she needs any extra motivation to come through this one. It's without a victory over Serena since 2004, Sharapova. Business first here to take care of, and she's taking care of business pretty handily through the week. Was a breakdown to Alexandra Dolgero, who came back to win that in straights, demolished Christina Mikhail in about an hour. Sabina Lisicki, that was awkward at times against the German, but Sharapova again coming through in straights. And then you were referring to, Joe, the quarterfinal. Second set got a bit tight, particularly against Kaya Kanepi, but still hasn't dropped a set to this stage. It's quite some run of form from Sharapova.
It really is, and her confidence must be growing each time she steps on a clay court. So it's just incredible to say. But, that last match of theirs in Stuttgart, of course, it's indoors, it's quicker. So the ball was flying around a bit. And when Anna gets into her swing and she can still hit the ball very hard, she was certainly really going after the Maria serve. But, clay courts, it's funny. I think Maria can still hit it hard, even though it's on a slower surface. I mean, it gives her a bit more time to stay in the point.
Absolutely. Maria Cicak in the chair for this second semi-final. Look at the big prizes on offer to the business end players in this event. I'm told reliably by our production crew that this all adds up to your wage packet, Joe, for the week.
No, not quite, I have to say.
Yeah, must admit, I was a bit surprised when I heard that one.
I wish, yeah. It's fantastic, the amount of money out there on the tour.
Second semi-final of this year's Madrid Open. Oh, it looks great, doesn't it, on paper? Ticks so many boxes, this one. Ana Ivanovic, the former world #1, former Roland Garros champion back in 2008, up against the current French Open title holder, Maria Sharapova, who is in the midst of this 20-match clay win streak. Let's hope this lives up to the hype like their match in Stuttgart did just a couple of weeks ago. If we get that again, we are in for a treat. Guy McCree here, alongside Joe Jury in the commentary box at the Gaia Magica. It'll be Ivanovic to get us underway. No, it's funny, in terms of, you referenced it in the warm-up, Joe, I mean, it just reaffirm again, I mean, in terms of the keys to the match, they're actually pretty similar for the pair of them, aren't they? I mean, if you look back to that Stuttgart match, serving very well, giving the opponent little opportunity.
I mean, serving can still be a bit worrying for the pair of them, actually. Just looking at that amazing match against Laura Robson, which is 5-2 down. I really don't know how she got out of jail with that one, but 10 aces, 10 double faults.
Yeah, I'm sure Nigel Sears there wonders about that as well. A little bit fortunate there with the net forward, but it was Ivanovic's way. And moving towards perhaps taking this opening game. Nigel Sears and Ivanovic have been working together since 2011. People suggesting the hard work they've been putting in now beginning to really pay off. Ivanovic holding serve at the first time of asking that.
Well, I think the good thing for Anna is that she's stuck with Nigel Sears. You know, you've got to build some trust up, and it takes months and months. It's exactly the thing that Maria said when she first went with Thomas Hogstead, that, you know, it just takes a while to get used to each other, to understand where you're both coming from, to work. And putting work into your game and trying to improve it, that also takes months. And then to try and put it into a match, again, very difficult. So there's some consistency there for Anna.
Maria Sharapova.
Let's see how Sharapova shapes up on serve here. And start from Ivanovic, and we saw plenty of that in their previous meeting.
Exactly. She's been standing right on the baseline and just doing a short swing, but still hitting it hard off the return. You can see again, Anna, just a couple of steps up into the court, ready to take it on. It's a pretty good second serve, though.
15.
No, she's talked a lot about that. Prepared to give away, sometimes concede a few doubles, really looking to go for the second serve. That's been a big part of things in terms of these excellent clay court results in particular. And Nicely done. Talked a lot about placement, actually, with the serve above all. Sharapova not looking to completely, I mean, they've had to do a lot. You know, you think back to post-shoulder surgery, altering the service motion, but actually it's in terms of what she's looking to do with it, especially on clay. Knows the importance of, you know, really hitting your spots.
Ooh. Well, I think this is how Ivanovic is going to go about the match. Again, she guessed the direction of the serve, and she's moving straight forward to it.
Been working together since the start of 2011, Thomas Högstedt and Sharapova. Ivanovic setting out her intentions very early on there, not getting any reward in that game.
But, you know, I think if you just try and make yourself seen when Sharapova is serving, 'cause you can still be a little brittle and break down. Be tough with the ball toss for Ivanovic down that end at the moment. The sun out. Always catches a whole load of the ball tosses, of course, which she should do, because they go flying off to the right. Sometimes when she hits them out there, I just can't believe how well she actually delivers the serve.
How good was that? Change of direction, really top draw from Sharapova.
15.
Shuffling out of the way with the feet, giving room.
Oh, that is just too good.
A little lull in the middle of the point there. Sharapova didn't know if her defensive shot would go in, and then off we go again. How about that? That's like a Ivanovic of old forehand when she won the French.
Oh. Bullet from Sharapova in response. Might be early on, but this is bubbling up already.
This is going to be exciting, isn't it, if this carries on?
Sure about that, Ivanovic.
Yep.
I thought it was out.
Molly.
Get the wagging finger.
She checked very businesslike, takes no prisoners. Players know where they are with her. With absolute scorches in this game from Ivanovic. And it's funny, when you go back to the Stuttgart quarterfinal, she was absolutely livid by all accounts when she lost it in the end, apparently smashing a racket in the locker room off the court there at the Porsche Arena. But I think when you look at it, it takes a lot out of it as well. The fact that she won that set, came very close, and take all of that into this rematch. between these two. No breaks as of yet. Promising opening to this second semi-final. No breaks as of yet. Ivanovic 2-1 to the good on Maria Sharapova at the moment. And of course the winner to meet the world #1 and defending champion Serena Williams in Sunday's final.
Well, it's been a good start for Ivanovic in particular, with a couple of huge forehands. Second one in particular, Sharapova looked back down the other end in surprise, I thought. Yeah, she's got the sunny end now.
Yeah, great day to be out. Perhaps not to be serving when you're right into the sunlight. Sharapova 1-2 first set. First ace for Sharapova.
15.
Third at the moment in the ace leaders list for 2013. Serena leading that now with 190 by my reckoning. Sabina Lisicki in second place. First ace, and now a nice double fault for Sharapova.
Ivanovic not having to do much yet in this game. Set walk side to side.
15, 30.
And a couple of gifts from Sharapova. Gets Ivanovic interested in this game. That was the thing again, actually, about the Stuttgart quarterfinal. Very, very good, really entertaining, high quality in the main, but actually all the sets were characterised by little letdowns on serve that proved to be the difference. That were out of keeping with the rest of the serving for that particular set. Think of Ivanovic 40-15 up at the back end of the opening set of that one, went on to get broken. Sharapova threw in a poor service game at the back end of the second.
Oof. Just caught that.
30, 40.
No, she was fortunate, Ivanovic, but continuing to go for her shots on the return. Bravery rewarded. And it'll be even more so here. First break point of the second semi-final. Brilliantly saved by Sharapova.
Very good, classy tennis so far from these two.
Yes.
Sharapova knows Ivanovic is playing well today. She's after her, she believes. So she's got to go after it even more. Well, you know, the positioning of Ivanovic might be doing its job, because it's putting pressure on Sharapova.
Break point again for the Serb.
Trying to do it on the first serve as well. It's chancy, but a few might come off at the right times. You have to have such a short take back if you're going to try that.
Sharapova.
A muted come on from Sharapova.
Quite some ending to the game for Sharapova, who saves a couple of break points. Their first real test for the server in this one.
Dos juegos iguales. 2 games over.
Well, they're making the clay court look quite a fast surface at the moment, these two.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they've both got the natural ball striking ability, the natural weaponry to be able to hit through the court. There are not tons of women who can do that. These are two of them. Quite a year that, representing, showing the international quality of the WTA. That's been achieved actually again since then as well.
15.
All the 10 of the top 10 from different countries.
Well, good serving stats from both of them so far, even though Sharapova had the 3 double fault she got out of her service game. It's because they're both returning so well, so the serves have to be hit pretty hard. No, that's the ball toss, where really the only serve she had was down the tee from there. Sharapova moving across.
Let's pass on.
Big blazing return again from Sharapova.
30-40.
It's now the Russian who has a chance to break serve.
I thought Ivanovic might catch that ball toss, though. It was way out of her range. She was chasing it all the way. Well, there we go. She's caught that one.
Sharapova does get the first break. She converts her opportunity as Ivanovic failed to do previously. Russian ahead by the break now, 3-2. Maria Sharapova, break up now at 3-2 in this opening set. We're just talking about it, Joe, weren't we, off air? And as well as Anna is playing at the moment, you do feel at the moment it's just a little bit of a belief thing. You look at the last couple of games in isolation, opportunities she had, she wasn't quite able to take. When Sharapova's given an opportunity, on the other hand, comes through.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you know, she's inching closer and closer to playing better tennis, Anna, but, you know, that absolute belief at the time she needs it. Whereas you look at Maria and you think, yes, it's there.
ahead by the break, the second seed here, Sharapova, to serve at 3-2. Fourth double for Sharapova.
Just really did pull down on that one. I actually even think her ball toss wasn't the best.
Success.
Pulling down again.
And that is the problem as well, back on what I was saying previously when she's talked about this. Talk about double faults. Going long is what they are, accepts too strong a word, but what they're prepared to countenance. Dropping it into the net, though, like that, no.
Little sigh. But she'll shrug it off. Actually put a bit more spin on the first serve to get it in.
0-40. La faute.
Saved a couple of break points in a previous service game. 3 more opportunities here for Ivanovic.
Case 15, 14.
She does take that one, takes an opportunity, gets back on serve at the first time of asking. A little applause there from Nigel Sears. Good stuff from Ivanovic, 3H.
Yeah, really good that she didn't panic after losing her serve. Yes, she was helped along a bit by her opponent, but coming back very strongly. Well, these two can't blink, can they, after serving? The ball is coming, it's being fired back. Got to be quick about reacting after the serve.
La 30.
Terrific again. Troubling Ivanovic on the return. stunning return game from the Russian. And there's 3 breaks in a row now in this opening set. Sharapova, Thomas Hogstedt maybe is going to come on. Russian back a break in front.
And show it. But you cannot give 3 points away in a game, all right? You just feel like now, take your time, stay up with the left, and then really go with the wrist, okay? Let's go now, come on. So.
Thomas Hogstedt there, very detailed. Console, yep. Joe, any points? We were at a commercial break, obviously. Any big things to pick out of that for the viewers?
Well, he was, yeah, we heard just at the end they can't give away these points on a serve, the double faults. To stay up with the left arm, always that's the problem, but also with the wrist on the serve as she throws. But, you know, the first point, especially on the serve.
And double faults have been a problem so far for her. 5 already for Sharapova, but she is back a break in front here. Can she back up the break this time with the new balls at 4-3?
Well, doing exactly as she was told. Maria, that was a much better serve.
He wants her to make better use of the kicker as well. And it's Thomas Hogstedt talking about that. Has got a very good kick, second serve, Sharapova.
But we've seen Serena come off at her first serve and kick it more. Great work, especially the footwork for Sharapova around the ball. Quick little steps. Just standing her ground there, Ivanovic, yes.
30-15.
She needs to do more of it. But this is what she mustn't show, Ivanovic. Because, you know, it's giving away too much to your opponent and also everyone else watching when they're playing her. Yes, Anna's playing better, but you just can't show these kind of things.
Because Sharapova, she's going to feed off that. She gives so little away. She does consolidate the break this time for a 5-3 lead.
Well, it certainly worked having her coach on, didn't it? Concentrated her mind what exactly she wanted to do with the serve.
Serving to stay in this opening set, Ivanovic.
Case 0-15.
Oh, she got a sweet hit off the racket, hasn't she, Anna?
Bit slow getting out to that one, because the big thing for me through the week, Joe, I don't know about you, I mean, seen a few of the matches, and actually this clay swing, with Ivanovic is the serve's fluctuated a bit through the week. It's been very, very good at sometimes, not so at others. But she's been cracking the forehand, but actually the movement in the last few weeks has been much, much better.
Yep. Oh, it's just all getting to her at the moment. Yeah, I think as she's got more confidence, especially that her movement has got better, because you flow better into your shots, you believe more, you want to get to balls quicker.
Volleys, 30.
Oh, that's just a beautiful preparation for a shot. You can see the coil as it goes into it. Well, she's pulling herself back into this match, Anna. She needs to play almost at her best.
The cracks there, and Ivanovic hangs on, forces her opponent to try and serve out this set in a few moments' time.
5 games to 4.
So mix it, keep her guessing. But you're doing fine, you're right back in it. That was a good hold there. Needed to win that game, okay? Come on.
I love the dynamic between these two, Joe, because, I mean, it's fair to say, I mean, Ivanovic has a lot of fans, but mentally and everything, I think she'd concede herself sometimes, you know. She needs encouragement. She really, really thinks about what she's doing. But Nigel says a very matter-of-fact, but can be a very, very calming influence on her there.
Well, it was a serious talk, though. He said you need to get control of yourself. Absolutely right. You know, that she nearly let it all go. And he's saying that, you know, Sharapova's still not serving that well, not as hard as in Stuttgart. Go after it.
Now, she has struggled on her serve, Sharapova. That is a window of opportunity you feel for Ivanovic here, and she needs to strike back right here, right now. Sharapova's serving for the set.
Well, Sharapova may have come off the pace on the serve, but that's still a pretty good hit, and it's, you know, right on the service line, so it's pretty difficult to try and go after it.
I mean, the other thing as well, in terms of their coaching relationship and everything I like, as well as those consults, is that it, you know, it is two-way, and you know, it's not a lot of kind of glib comments. I mean, they really are going into detail. You've picked up on a couple of the things, making good use of it. The fact that it's there. You see so many chats, so many these things where the coach is just barking orders, the players just looking there blankly, not taking it in, I've got to say, to be honest, a lot of the time. It's just you're wondering, is this all worth it? What's the point?
It was interesting that Anna said, you know, what's wrong with my forehand? And Nigel straight away, you know, nothing. You can load off the base and hit it. Oof. Well, it's a bit too flat, though, at the moment.
Yeah. Talk about trying to get a bit more shape on it. She's tried to attack off the return, right off the return, Ivanovic, but it is a high-risk point. Working out there, and means that Sharapova, the second seed, has 2 set points. First blood to the Russian then in this second semi-final. Just a bit too solid for Ana Ivanovic. 6 games to 4 for Sharapova.